I don't know why a balanced game where more people are willing to buy more things isn't the preferred outcome for the devs. Instead they leave OP items unbalanced and try to get as much money out of the whales as much as possible, like milking a cow. Have the game have unbalanced items, means that more people will drop the game and not want to spend money on it pleading face. They see short-term profit and that's all. The only reason they have some population is because they tie that profit in with forced time gating. Got to convert them dollars and euros into millions of rubles while it's still possible. For just $2 a month you too can sponsor a Russian game dev. It was always a lie, just like that people were in control of it. Moreover, they did change a lot of things on purpose to make market obsolete. Guess it wasn't great for their pay-to-win model after all, but they couldn't just remove it, so they made it obsolete by other means. Idiot devs lost people to badge change for fucking nothing, absolute zero help to CW participation crap, laughing face, laughing face. Demented brainlets. You are right, the game is okay for people with decent accounts, I personally love it much, but watching the game as a newcomer I would be disgusted and I guess I'd rather go on Call of Duty lol. For me the main problem is here. There's no real free-to-play. But some real good thing for cheap would be a must. Like half the price on any starter pack. The Four Horsemen sounds expensive to me even if it was $40. Like, you got plenty of really good PvP or PvE game for $10 or $20 on Steam. I played completely free for months. It's fun in the beginning and I spent a lot of time enjoying the lower tiers. But after a certain point it's just too grindy and impossible to progress, which is annoying and by design. That's the design philosophy of all their games. I can make thousands a week if I wanted to. Sadly, that's an actual fucking quote from someone on this sub, talking about a fresh account trading only blues. You can make a fair amount of console through the market, but I've never done it myself. An old friend who no longer plays got relics within the first few months by playing the market, which is pretty wild. Guy got so rich in-game he ran horns as armor on a muscle car colored in as many expensive paints as his part limit allowed lol. I know it can be done in a few months, but this guy, and I shit you not, said, I can print relics every month if I wanted to, rolling on the floor laughing. Plural. They're clearly desperate for money. But not desperate enough to even try to maintain a happy player base. Apparently, just one that's constantly pressured to pay for power creep OP bullshit is enough for them. Surely that's the key for a long-term success, winky face. Almost like it's the most predatory pay-to-win game ever made or something LMAO. Let's not forget how they nerf mediocre things into the ground for no reason at all other than to show a nerf to something. RIP my augurs. Augurs needed the PS increase but nothing else. Mammoth plus 1 second reload. What the fuck they do to this shitey canon? Honestly, how else the devs would generate income to run free-to-play multiplayer game, which is very expensive to maintain, servers, development, marketing, etc., if not by offering optional but desirable items? Would you prefer a monthly subscription model like some other old-school MMOs? P.S. I have lived without Catalina for a very long time, now I have it, but I still don't use it. Same with Thor. I don't have Athena's, and not planning to get any anytime soon. It's all optional. You can do real well just with specters that are totally craftable, and crafting I did in the beginning. How about making and selling good new content? Did you play other MMOs? In other games, good new content, or not so good, but very expensive, or sometimes very, very, very expensive, is dropped like once or twice per year. Why? Because creating something is not the problem, but making it work within current content without breaking the whole game to smithers, that's the whole work, 99.99%, and challenge. In XO is no one forcing anyone to buy something, good or bad, new or old. I don't buy what I don't like, or what can't afford, and that's fine for me, I still love the game. They release once or twice a year because the base game is actually good balanced and people want to play it. I don't do many MMO games, but I remember Destiny 1 when the game was good. I bought every DLC when it dropped because the base game and its gameplay was so good, enjoyable, balanced and relayable that the new content was totally worth buying into. Devs need to learn that improving the base game and its balance will fix problems. Giving players something for nothing on occasion helps with their reputation too. They seem scared to lose the tiny player base they have, which currently buys into all the P2W stuff and passes, but they need to stop thinking so short-term and understand that we could have a way better player base if they improve the game to cater and appeal to more players, especially new players who see the grind and just leave. They release once or twice a year because the base game is actually good balanced. Such a game doesn't exist, unless it's a single-player game with few elements. Tetris? Destiny 1. I played Destiny 2 only, but I stopped playing it because it was balanced for hardcore psychopaths. They seem scared to lose the tiny player base they have, which currently buys into all the P2W stuff. I might be wrong, but my personal experience is that veterans don't buy much, if anything at all, but starting enthusiastic players might spend hundreds of dollars in one go. Understand that we could have a way better player base if they improve the game to cater and appeal to more players, especially new players who see the grind and just leave. I agree with this, but, you see, grinding is an essential element in every MMO, like the Albion Online infamous for this. But those who want to become Wasteland Kings without putting in some effort, they have an option, and they use, to buy the stuff now and here. But, yes, new player experience must be improved, at least they have to be safeguarded from the veteran seal clubbers. Activision made Destiny 2 a stripped-down soulless cash grab of Destiny 1 and it never recovered. In Crossout, I don't think being a new player, veteran, or in between really has any weight on if a player spends money or not. I know F2P vets and vets who buy 200+ levels at the drop of a hat even though they have everything already. Grind is essential, but the grind itself should be enjoyable. If you're not enjoying it along the way, then what are you even playing for? I used to grind Destiny and what back in the day, and grinding those games was actually fun. I could hop into Destiny and do my weekly raids X3 with friends, play some PvP, or even just chill in a playlist of repeated strike missions for random loot drops and random roll items. You know, just chilling with some friends and having a good time in any mode. In what there was always variety in what to play, and even if you died you could leave the game and just get right into another match. Every day has 2x XP once per tank, then they had 3-5x times P weekends for those first matches. They also gave out a shit load of free tanks. Good or not, they were free content for players who were engaging in the game. If you came back from a break you were almost guaranteed to be given free premium days or a tank/consumables on your return to the game. Things like that just make you feel appreciated and not just a wallet to be milked every month. Yeah, those games also had issues with balance here and there, but nothing was ever manufactured to be that way on purpose to push some sort of agenda. In Destiny you had some issue items in PvP. OG Destiny fans will remember Thorn, the Vex Mythoclast and some other things, but they were quickly balanced to a degree even for high-rarity items. Then in what you had premium tanks, which got some priority matchmaking but weren't just outright OP, almost like guaranteeing you won't fight people too high in PS on Crossout. But you look past these issues because they're not on purpose, plus any outliers are usually fixed. Crossout instead weaponizes these issues and sells solutions to players even when it's detrimental. Activision made Destiny 2 a stripped-down soulless cash grab of Destiny 1 and it never recovered. Sorry to hear that, that's especially painful for the veteran fans. In Crossout, I don't think being a new player, veteran, or in between really has any weight on if a player spends money or not. Thank you for sharing your experience, it was interesting to learn. But you look past these issues because they're not on purpose, plus any outliers are usually fixed. Crossout instead weaponizes these issues and sells solutions to players even when it's detrimental. Again, thank you for your comprehensive reply. I don't think anything malevolent is on purpose in XO2, and the only weaponization I remember, it's when the Heli Brawl was released for the first time, they fixed the rocket spam issue by selling for €5, that anti-missile module, forgot the name, though I am still using it. But the rocket spam was not intended, and, I think, during the test most players played more like pro as opposed to spammers.